Hi, this is the first knife to be reviewed of the Old Guys Gentleman Flippers. One thing I didn't mention in the first overall collection video that I made was that what's the purpose of this? Why am I doing this? Because there are a lot of really good knife reviewers out there. But I thought there might be a niche here in the kinds of knives that I'm collecting. Like I said, Old Guys, Gentleman Flippers. They're smaller, less flippy. They're smaller, less flamboyant. They don't make a huge statement in the way they look. They fit in a pocket easily. For the most part, when they come out of the pocket, they're not going to scare anybody. I'm not going to be chopping down any 4x4s. It's mainly for opening packages, cutting fruit, or on a picnic. I suppose they could be used for self-defense, but God help me if it ever gets down to that. So that's why I'm doing it, and you'll see that in the kind of knives that I'm reviewing. So to get back to this review now, this is the Boker Plus Boker Kwaiken Titanium Flipper with a VG10 blade material. It's got a machine finish on the I guess they call it a satin finish on the knife. By the way, I try to polish all my knives with a mirror edge, so I don't know if you can see that. I got this at Blade headquarters, and the overall length is 8.375 inches. The blade length is 3.5 inches, and I don't like to go with blades much larger than that. I have a couple knives that are this big, but that's about it. You'll see I have some knives that are smaller than this. It's got a hollow grind, which gives it another kind of a cool look, and also makes it a little bit lighter. Plain, kind of like a drop point, but to me it's kind of a sexier shape of an edge. It's a titanium handle. The overall weight is 5.4 ounces, which is heavier than a lot of my other knives, but it doesn't feel all that heavy in my hand. I think because it's kind of concentrated in kind of a small, dense package. It's liner lock, and the cool thing about the liner lock is that the case kind of hides it, so you really don't, so when this is closed, and this is maybe one of the things I wish it was a little bit better. Let's see if I can do it here. I like to be able to close it. Yeah, I could probably do that better, but I can still do this one-handed, but I like to be able to flip it closed. But just look how nice and sleek and sharp this looks. What else can I say about the knife? I think sometimes people complain about this thing can be a little pokey in the pocket, but I don't find that bothersome at all. The clip, I think I usually like my clips a little bit longer, but one of the nice things about this is it's fairly high up on the knife, so only this much shows out of the pocket, so it doesn't really look like a knife. And this seems to be long enough to keep it stable in my pocket. What else? I like my knives to have a look, one where I can pull it out and look at it and just kind of enjoy the beauty of the engineering and craftsmanship and artwork that went into it. So there's not a lot of fancy stuff in here, but it's kind of a simplistic, kind of satisfying shape and professional knife making. What else? The other thing I like about it is that there are these plain titanium scales, and I've been experimenting with anodizing, which you'll see in one of my future reviews. And I've gotten some decent results, and I might do that with this, but I really like this. It's kind of a gray with a little bit of an iridescence, slight gold to it. I think that's it. For size comparisons, let's see, put this up here. I'll put that in the middle. Here's the Spyderco Native 5. I guess I should probably open these up, huh? And this is the ZT0450. And here's a smaller one. This is the Ken Onion Leak. And so you can kind of compare, if you just compare blade sizes, you can see it's kind of in the range. But as I go through the other reviews, like I said, you'll see I have some smaller knives as well. So I think that does it for the Boker Plus Burnley Kwaiken Titanium Flipper. I got it at Blade Headquarters and got it for about $140, which was a pretty good deal. I guess that's it for my first one. Thanks for watching.